Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm going to show you how to change the spark plugs in a 1999 to 2007 Chevy Silverado with a 4.8, 5.3, or 6.0 gasoline motor. And this will also work for any GM truck or SUV or van that has the 4.8, the 5.3, or the 6.0. So what we'll start with is the tools that you're going to need. What you're going to want is a 5/8 spark plug socket. You're going to want a ratchet wrench, and if you happen to be so lucky as to have one like this that kind of flexes, makes it a little easier to get in there. Some extensions, flathead screwdrivers, and never hurts to have a good trusty light. Alright, so the spark plugs you're going to want to replace it with, they make some cheaper ones. Those suck, to be honest with you. And I don't like to just, piss money away. I'm not that type of, person that's just going to be, suckered into buying something just because of the label. But you can get this kit, and it's linked up in the description below, with wires and plugs off Amazon, and it's a really good deal. And these are really good plugs compared to the cheaper, like NGK plugs that they just aren't very good. So we got the ACDelco professional version, and these are already going to be gapped, so they come pre-gapped. You don't got to worry about gapping them or anything. And if you notice, hang on 2 seconds. What that looks like compared to what we're going to take out. So the first thing you want to do is grab your flatheads, screwdrivers, and you're going to want to pull the wires that go on to the spark plugs. And normally you would think that you'd just be able to grab these and get them off. Well, that doesn't really work because they're on there super tight. So I'm going to show you the trick that you're going to want to do to make easy work of getting these off. Because you got to work smart, not hard. That's what I like to do. That's what I like to say. And you're going to want to put it just like that and just kind of pry it.
You're both running in your office.
Oh my gosh.
Pooping and peeing. Just peeing all over the place.
Kind of hard to...
I'll clean it up.
I'm going to show you how to change the spark plugs in a 1999 to 2007 Chevy or GMC truck or SUV with a 4.8, 5.3, or 6.0 engine or motor. And I'm going to show you the trick that is going to allow you to get these off. Because if we pull on them, they're look at that. That wire couldn't have been very good. You're gonna break the wires, and you still might not be able to get them off of there. So first of all, what tools are you gonna need for this job? What you're gonna need is a 5/8 spark plug socket. As you can see right here, you're gonna need a ratchet wrench. If you got one like this that you can adjust the head, well, good for you, because that's gonna make it a little easier. You're gonna need some flathead screwdrivers, or a flathead screwdriver. You're gonna want some extensions, and you're gonna want your new spark plugs. I would not recommend going with the cheap NGKs. I'm not a big fan of wasting money or, getting upsold for something that's, not any different just because, they say it's a high performance premium. I'm not that kind of dude. But these plugs are better, and this is what I would suggest running. And a lot of people will tell you the same thing. What I did is I bought this kit off of Amazon, and it's a really good value. It comes with everything you need. The plug's already pre-gapped, and it's linked up in the description below. So if you want to go the same road as me, yeah, it's linked up in the description if that makes it easier for you. So the first thing we're going to want to do is grab our flathead. Got a flathead screwdriver. And then we're going to want to take the flathead screwdriver and use it to pry on the metal part. Sorry, it's kind of difficult to do. This stuff one-handed. Alrighty, we'll try this again. By the way, you should replace your plugs about every 100,000 miles. Hey, what do you know? Second time's the charm. So you saw what I did. You saw me. That's the way you do it. You just pry on that shit again with a screwdriver, and that's the way you get them off. Because if you're trying to just pull on them with your hands, shit, you'd be out here for hours trying to figure out how to get those off. Because there's a saying that I like to live by. It's pretty much describes what you want to do. You want to work smart, not hard. So that's what we're doing, and that's what I'm showing you how to do. So get with the program. Take our 5/8 spark plug socket. Put this in like so. And then we're going to put that on our ratchet wrench. Like so. And then put that on there. You know, some people say you should replace the plugs like every 50,000 miles, which would be correct if you have an old vehicle, but you know, and what I mean by old vehicle is, you know, something that is a very old vehicle. With these new spark plugs and newer vehicles, I mean, you can easily go 100,000 miles on a set of plugs. Iron line, real top, real top. So, you know, but just do what you want. You know, it's your vehicle. So, you want to change them every 20,000 miles. You know, good for you. You know, maybe the ones you take out after 50,000. You know, send them my way, cause they definitely be still good. So then what you might want to do is take off the deal off the wrench and just use your hands once it gets to a certain point to loosen it. Oh my gosh. Looky right there. See if you can see that. That plug is bad. It's worn out. We'll see if we can compare it. Hang on. We'll get a side-by-side shot. Can you tell the difference? Because I sure can. This one is worn out. This one is the new one, if you didn't know. So yeah, next we're going to put our new plug in the socket. Make sure it's all the way down in there, and then you're going to want to start it by hand. This is very important. Start it by hand and get it screwed on there, because you do not want to strip out the threads. That shit would be no bueno. So just get it threaded in by hand a good little ways, you know, usually as much as you can. Alright, that's plenty. Then we'll put on our wrench back on. Flip it to the on position. There we go. You don't want to over tighten them either, you know. I don't know the exact torque, but you know, it's not good if you strip out a head spark plug. It's not good if you strip it out. It's bad news bears. So then you repeat that process for the next 7, because you have 1 spark plug per cylinder. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty, I'm going to do that, and I'll be back at you to put on the wires in a bit. Alrighty, I'm going to show you in this video how to grease your spark plug wires and spark plugs the correct way. A lot of people do this the wrong way because they just assume more is better, and that they just make some assumptions that are absolutely not true. And that's why I'm going to explain to you exactly what the grease is for, how it works, etc. So you understand and you won't make the same mistakes that happen to a lot of people who change their spark plug wires, and then they'll have problems with misfiring in their vehicle. And you can do this with any spark plug wires and anytime you change a spark plug. And I believe that you should. So we have our old wires and we have our new wires. So what you're going to want to do is open up your grease. You don't need very much at all. You know, a lot of people just like to cake this stuff on there. That is not the correct way to do it. And believe it or not, I'm going to show you the correct way to do it. It's very simple, very easy, very fast. Then if you have a couple cotton Q-tips handy, they work the best to apply it. So what we're going to do is get a little bit of grease on this Q-tip. Look at which side I opened it from, if I can remember. Alrighty, so that right there is more than enough. And a common misconception is that if you put this grease like on the part where the spark plug connects up here, or on the wires that are inside, or the, you know, connector that's inside there that connects to the top of the spark plug, it will actually, you know, make it have a better connection. That is not true. It will actually make it have a worse connection and can cause misfiring along with a whole bunch of other problems. So what you do is, she got a little bit much there. You just take this, and you're not going to want any of this grease to touch the wires, or not the wire, the connector inside there. And we're just doing this so that the boot seals up. So none of the electricity that it's sending to your spark plugs is going to escape from the boot. So the boot is your insulator, and we want all that electricity going to the spark plugs to fire and ignite the fuel. We don't want it to ground out on the block or anything and be losing power, which can cause misfiring. Do the second one here. I mean, it's just a real thin layer. Another advantage to this is it's going to make it way easier, you know, after the next 100,000 miles or so you put on your vehicle. Your future self will thank you because it makes the boots come off like 10 times easier. So even if you don't have the vehicle, the future owner will be thanking you, or whoever has to change the spark plugs. So yeah, you know, it's not real difficult. It's not like it, you know, is one of those things that's rocket science. It's just one of those things to where if nobody's ever told you or explained how to do it, then, you know, you just don't know. And once you know, it's super easy and, you know, makes perfect sense. But if you don't know, you don't know. So that's why I'm making this video, to hopefully help some people out and hopefully, you know, prevent some problems and solve some problems. And you're just going to want to do it to the bottom of, you know, the boots that go on the spark plugs. These wires right here that go to your distributor cap, you're actually not going to have to use dye grease or grease on these, because they seal more than well enough without it. It's just, you know, not necessary in the least. So bam, that one's done. Another thing that you can do, I was going to show you, personally I don't do this, but you know, if you wanted to, you can. It's never a bad idea. You can come down here on the bottom and you can put a thin, you know, layer of the grease right there, which is basically just doing the same thing, because that boot's going to seal up, you know, right there on your plug. So yeah, if you want to do that, go for it. Probably not a, you know, a bad idea, but I can't stress enough that in this particular situation, more is, you know, not always better or best. Sometimes, you know, less is more. Less is better at times. I know that's very hard to believe, but it is true in some very limited cases. So I can see why you'd assume to use a shitload. And, you know, a lot of people do that and they're like, it works, you know, fine for me, you know, and cool. I mean, I guess it's just like anything, you know, it works fine till it doesn't, you know, so don't say I didn't tell you so. But if you're watching this video, you're probably already, you know, one of somebody who's pretty smart and smart enough to Google it or watch this video. So yeah. That's the way that you do it, and that is the rundown on greasing your spark plug. And you can do this for any freaking spark plugs, because they all have the same concept, from your lawnmower to your motorcycle to your snowmobile to your power washer to anything with
an engine and a motor. Anything with a spark plug. Yep, boy. I don't know if you can just do diesel because they got glow plugs, but you know, we talking gasoline engines here. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. So, please do subscribe because every day we taking it. Every day we taking it. My girl's asleep, so I can't be loud right now. But anyway, yeah, please do subscribe. Comment in the section, comment section below. If you think I'm doing it just the wrong way, and you have a better way to do it, please tell me, because negative criticism is positive criticism. It just depends on the way you look at it. So yeah, good luck to you, and hope you learned something. So yeah, I'm out.
Alrighty, so another thing I want to talk about is these I don't know, covers, whatever, the metal housing for your spark plug wires. That this right here would connect to the spark plug. And what you're actually going to do is, when you buy brand new spark plug wires, is after you get these bad boys off and out and all unplugged from the distributor, unplugged from the spark plugs, all that, this metal housing just slides off. And this we're going to want to reuse, because they're, number one, is not a whole lot of places that sell them, because there's really no reason to replace them. Yeah, so this is something you'll want to reuse, and definitely want to put on your new spark plug wires. So we just slide it on, and you'll do this for every single one of them. Slide and glide, baby. Slide and glide. Everything is so much harder with one hand. I feel like I'm fucking disabled. I am kind of disabled when I'm filming, because you're looking at a viewfinder, just fucking goddamn keeps you on your tippies. Everything that you can pretty much do with two hands is fucking harder with one. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that before, but if you ever film yourself doing some shit like this, you'll notice it. So yeah, just a little side note, little excuse, for why this is taking so long, and why I'm probably looking like a squirrely squirrel. Keep in mind, we're a one-person wrecking crew here at Every Day We're Taking It show. Yeah, this is all me right here. I'm doing this shit, and I'm filming at the same time. So this is what we call multitasking. I mean, shit, the next time I do this, I'll be able to fucking jerk off at the same time I'm doing this. Fucking boing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Fucking goddamn fucking body big shit. I can't wait to get this fucking shit done. Alrighty. I'm Audi 5000, you know what I'm saying? Please do subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Show me some love, you know what I'm saying? Comment section, show me some fucking hate, you know what I'm saying? Show me some positive hate, Yeah. Peace out, nickel.